Hello, soldier. Crashing a plane behind enemy lines and escaping across hundreds of miles of wilderness filled with wild animals and KGB is no easy feat. This instructional video will teach you how to escape Siberia and make it home alive.
And I will teach you, agents of KGB, how to capture American spy. And, if it's not possible, how to end him.
Never gonna happen, buddy. Now, Fugitive. You begin here at the crash site of a U-2, with only a gun and the clothes on your back. To win, you need to make it all the way over here, across the border into China. Alternatively, if you can make it to the end of the hidden movement track, the Soviets give up the chase, and you can also win.
KGB, it's your job to prevent that by any means necessary. With the might of the Soviet Union behind you, you cannot, will not, fail. Your objective is to capture the fugitive, or preferably, kill him.
Hey! Siberian Manhunt is a hidden movement game. There's no pawn for the fugitive on the map. Instead, as the fugitive, you track where you are on the secret route's pad. Each numbered location you move through on the map must be written down. However, you track the distance you have moved since your last known location on the hidden movement track.
Meanwhile, KGB and elite Yakut trackers are represented by the pawns on the map. We do not sneak around forest.
While the roles of the fugitive and the KGB are asymmetrical, both of you will gain and spend energy to perform actions during your turns. At the start of your turn, soldier, you'll recover +1 energy if you are in the wilderness, or recover all your energy if you start in town. You can also gain energy during your turn by eating food, which can be found in towns or foraged from the wilderness.
KGB, your energy is the same as number of agents in the field, or pawns on the map. More pawns, more energy, and more actions. You always recover all of your energy at the start of your turn.
The game is played over multiple seasons. In the summertime, it's possible to move quickly and forage for food in the wilderness. However, you still need to eat every 2 turns, or you'll take damage. In the winter, the going gets tough. Movement takes more energy, and you'll need warm clothing or a fire, or you'll suffer additional damage. Starvation and hypothermia are no joke, soldier, so be careful out there.
But Soviet government takes care of its people. KGB can mostly ignore winter.
On your turn, you first recover energy. Then, if you are in the wilderness, you will draw and resolve an encounter card. These can help you or hinder you depending on who or what you meet. Next, you spend your energy on a variety of different actions. The first category of actions is movement. There are a variety of ways you can move in this game. You can make a simple move from one numbered location to an adjacent location. In the summer, this costs 1 energy per move. In the winter, it costs 2 energy. For each movement you take, advance your hidden movement counter by the same amount. It's important to remember that you cannot move onto the same locations as an enemy agent or the Red Army. Also, you cannot pass through a town. If you enter a town on your turn, you must declare it and stop your movement. You can move across a body of water. In summer, this costs 3 energy. You have to swim, of course, and in the winter it costs 2 because you're simply walking over snow-covered ice. If your hidden movement is above 4, you can hitchhike along the main highway that runs through Siberia, moving from one town to the next for 2 energy. You can bushwhack through the wilderness, jumping across an open space on the map from one numbered location to any other on a closed circuit connected to your starting point. This always costs 4 energy, but it's a great way to escape the KGB when they are closing in. Finally, you can pay an extra energy to sneak into a town, making it less likely that a local will report you to the authorities. Speaking of which, every time you move into a town, there is a chance the locals will rat you out to the KGB. The KGB will draw a token from the Manhunt bag. If it's a silent citizen, nothing happens. However, if it is a loyal communist, then they report your location. You will need to declare where you are on the map and reduce your hidden movement counter to 0. But being found isn't the end of the world. With a little luck and skill, you can disappear again without a trace. Now back to the actions. If you are in the wilderness, you can perform a wilderness search. Spend 1 energy to draw 3 cards from the wilderness deck. If there's anything there you need, go ahead and take it. If there are animals, deer, rabbits, a squirrel, you can try to hunt them. If you are in town, you can perform an urban search. Now, soldier, the U.S. Air Force does not condone breaking and entering, but sometimes you've got to do what you've got to do. Spend 1 energy to draw 1 card from the urban deck. You can find some critical equipment here that will help you survive in the wilderness. Sometimes it's best to avoid towns completely, however. In that case, you can use the craft action to make what you need. If you have the right components, spend 1 energy and craft yourself weapons, snowshoes, a fire, a tent, or winter clothes. Next, the attack action. If you're on the same location as the KGB or Yakut Pond, you can spend 1 energy to attack them. We'll walk you through the combat a little later. And finally, if you're stuck in a town with energy to burn, why not spend a couple of energy to perform a good deed for the locals? It'll make them happy, and you can add a silent citizen token to the Manhunt bag.
You Americans talk too much. KGB agents, on your turn, you recover energy. Then your actions are very simple. Search and capture the fugitive. You can get assistance from the government, and if you need, interrogate some locals. And remember, the Red Army is always at your disposal.
That's it? Those are all your instructions?
The intelligence of the Soviet comrades far surpasses that of the average American soldier. Communist soldiers don't need lengthy instructions. Oh, very well then. First, move and search. For 1 energy, 1 agent moves on the map up to 2 spaces and searches the last location. If fugitive was there, he needs to declare that I have been there. Each KGB agent can only move once per turn. Maybe they're a little lazy. If KGB or Yakut are on the same location as a fugitive, they can spend an energy to attack. We discuss combat later. You kill fugitive, Soviet Union wins. Next, KGB may buy government assistance cards. This market of cards represent government-approved assistance for your manhunt. Cards at the bottom cost 1 energy, at the middle 2 energy, and third row 3 energy. When you buy a card, typically it activates immediately and you discard it here. Alternatively, you can put it in the reserve to use later, but you must pay 2 energy to use it. At the end of your turn, shift all the cards to fill the empty spaces. Normally, cards do not move down by themselves, but sometimes a red card appears. These cards are maybe not so helpful. The red card pushes the other card down, and when it goes down from board, it activates. If the fugitive is far on the hidden movement track, you can interrogate a local. Spend 3 energy to draw 1 token from a manhunt bag. If it's a silent citizen, nothing happens, but add 1 loyal communist to the bag. If it's a loyal communist, then add a silent citizen to the bag and move the hidden movement track back to 3. Then the fugitive has to declare a location within their last 3 moves. For 4 energy, you can upgrade your KGB agents to Yakut. KGB agents are very powerful, yes, but maybe Yakuts are better. Yakut pounds start at 1 of the 4 designated towns on the map, with a black banner. Next, for free energy, you can deploy a Red Army token to the map. This token stays there for a whole game and permanently blocks this location for a fugitive. Finally, each type of agent has special abilities. KGB can drive from 1 town to another on the central highway for 2 energy. Yakut can move multiple times per turn and then search or attack for free at the end of their move.
Alright, let's talk about combat. Whoever initiates the combat pays 1 energy and attacks first. Each character card has 3 stats: an attack value, a defense value, and either an escape value for the fugitive or a pursuit value for everyone else.
When you attack, roll 1 of the 6-sided dice. Add any combat bonuses of your character's card and compare the results against the defense value of your enemy. If a number is at or below the defense value, the attack misses. If it's above the defense value, then the difference is deducted from their health points, represented by this 6-sided die.
Soldier, if your health points reach 0, you're toast, and the commies win.
But KGB agents who are defeated respawn in Kansk. Yakut respawn in their hometown. When 1 agent falls, another takes his place. One American spy can never defeat the mighty Soviet Union.
I'm not trying to bring down the Iron Curtain all by my lonesome. 1990 will do that. I'm just trying to get across the border, buddy.
Wait, what happens in 1990?